Hey people, and welcome to this new start to finish series, which we have a complete track produced from start to finish. You voted. This time it should be one techno track. As always in this series, I try to cut as possible, but it won't work completely. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now I've rambled enough. Let's get started. So there we are in our completely empty FL Studio project. I haven't loaded anything into it yet, and let's start with the speed of our song. Here I decided in advance on 128 BPM. That's the magic number in IDM techno and whatnot. Whatever, and our key runs in the opposite direction. I have mine or German gizmo and would say. Let's start classically, with a nice kick on it. I have already picked out one nice cymbal pack from Splice, namely Berlin Techno #, not sponsored, and I would say let's start with the cake. Yikes. Drum 1 shots. What is open here? Well, no matter, and start with a nice punchy kick. Yes, one pulse, I like it. Let's switch to number 2. And here I want the kicks to definitely get it tuned correctly. We have to find out first how the kick is actually tuned. So, right edit audio editor and say here regions detect pitch regions. We see that the kicking G is in tune. And a pitch them now. Also plus 100 cent. And this plays classic songs in front of and through. Wonderful. Then I would like a rumble cake. Not an extremely strong one, but a very delicate one. We'll look for those two. Take this one. Detect pitch region, which plays on IE minus 100 cents. Diesel sounds like that. But now there are lots of options to create a rumble kick, and that is mine in this case. We have this kick, and now let's pull CrossFit in here. It's already rumbling a little away. But you always have to be careful about things like this. Always write poop self. Otherwise the whole thing will overlap. We also do the normal kick sometimes. Label it first. Kick and the ramp. There are more options, but that's how it is. Sounds nice. And to be absolutely sure that these kicks start properly, let's go into every kick. Click on volume envelope and the attack all the way down, that the kicks always start straight away. Here you can still get a bit of kick. Finally sand. Here attack 0 can now leave a bit of red. We can still do the cake a little bit. Downvote system away and the release. Then we immediately kicked and punch you the same thing with that. Rumble kick. Volume and holiday attack all the way into it. We can make it a little longer so that the sound is there longer. The Kate Himo always. On yes bottles on 61. We leave the release time system. Nice. But this isn't a real rumble yet. Let's add a bit of rebirth one here. A bit more serious operation in the mono. A bit of delay. Here, set the delay time quite a bit lower. Yes, that's okay in the mono, and then go back a bit in the output. Yes, that's fine. Now we have these two cookies. And these rods we together on one bass channel. And the WDR kick bass channel. Well, sorry about that. And here we can mix our kick drums. First of all, let's put equalizer on here first. First do a lapis and it's pretty low. So at 11K and boost still a little low. Yes, approximately here. Very delicately, maybe 3 dB. Yes, 3,1 IceNet. Dan 1 overdrive. To make the whole thing sound a bit more aggressive, you have to be careful here. Yes, it fits. And at the end, we're not completely done here. Finally, add 1 clue compressor to weld them together nicely. Very nice, and another special feature. Crosby animals use a reverse cytokine, so the sound starts loud and becomes quieter at the end in this 4/4 time. That's why. There will be more space for the bass later. So, we don't have to do that much. Approximately.
So.
Wonderfully great. Now let's mix it all up a bit. Let's start with the kick. Let's look for a good point of view. Hear about the rumble rooms at. And let's make the bass a little lower. We can change that again. That's all individual. Yes, with sex. See if the smart browser is working properly. Yes, it always hits so hard. Sounds pretty nice too. Do it all again like that. And next we need a clap go on clap. And look for a nice one first. Yeah, we'll take those. She plays classically. At 2 and 4, we put the rods on the 4th.
4.
Still sounds a bit high to me. We can knock it down a little bit. And a little bit much salvation, and never a little bit less
So
a little.
Dass sie ein bisschen trockener klingt.
Wonderful pack. There is also one equalizer here to individualize them a bit. We leave the Francis go down wonderful as it is. Then we need another open heart. Let's go for it. Let's slap it here. What do we have here? And I click nice. On the open head on the 5, sorry. Should perhaps also say when to play and well between the clubs.
Geben hier auch noch einen Equalizer drauf.
If you do rough mixing, that we already have one basic framework. So, then you need some kind of shaker, have that little bit of rhythm. Yes, and this one with a heart. It sounds slightly like a shaker. You can also use a normal shaker. Is up to you. Rods to the 6th. Now we can say yes. Let's play classic here. Sounds a lot like the robot. Yes. I'm not a big friend of mine. You can customize it a bit with this velocity here. And we can set it like this. that it sounds just one little bit more natural. Maybe another nice corner. Yeah, sounds good. And finally, we still need some pocket elements. We already have that here. Why not? Is underslap, but who cares? And we'll put them pretty much back here. Sounds almost glassy. Ep1, I don't know if there will be more later. Taken perca elements. But this still sounds a bit. You can push it down a little more. Yes, here we add a little bit of reverb. I always like to take because Hannah is really into wide things. Here on. Let's put small Luna in here. Ping pong. And go down a bit with the output level. That's always a bit much. Yes, maybe a little less. Exactly 25 minutes. And say cut is of here too. This is how we color it beautifully, one. That we have everything consistent. Sounds pretty nice. Move this to the side and do one more here. Drum bass channel to glue all the drums together. Then here rest of the root of the track only change basement. And here we just put one compressor on it. Say clever compressor here. And yes, minus 15 dP is okay, I would say. Now we can arrange something like that. Put this in the playlist and keep it sub, and say right click here, split by channel. So now let's take all trump elements and pull them apart first. Do my little for bar long loop. Then add a little more quantity, like 1015%. So next, can we add a few more flashlights? But we can also use another sample pack. For example, I always like to use Kashmir Volume 3. Go on trumps on lips. Trump loops full. And on percussion take a listen and see what nice things we have here. Everything else sounds like techno, but it sounds a bit more exciting that way. This one in here. Put it on the rod. Then what was actually wrong starts early on the new ones. Do it like that, maybe push it down a bit. That there is a little more fullness. Beautiful than needed. Can we get started? With sweeps, downs, and crash and effects. Something we don't have that different. And drums to go with an effects. And for that another one impact is always quite good, maybe one high. We'll take that and maybe a sweep down. And up dog. Oh, that sounds nice. Let's take it like that. Then we wrote them properly. Let's see. The 11 and the 12. Let's turn it down a bit and get started. To adjust the length correctly, maybe you can keep it a little shorter. Yeah, then what else can you pack here? For example, we can use sweet downs or sweet up. UPS. I always like to put pancake time on it, that the sound waves back and forth so easily. He already has, but that may not be the right attitude. Do it 1/4 times. It was too quicker on the corner. Go with the mixer and back. This is actually the perfect speed. Yes, impact fits. So, you can maybe add one reverb on top. Nice fat. Adjust the volume. Today, I really have it with the German language. It's not like that. Then check everything if it fits. Yes, it's okay for one. Yes, effects, I like to make it pink. Then we can start the one. Bring in instruments. I'll start here with a pet or John effect. Jones are always really nice. They give a lot of movement. And here I load serum. Go to presets on pets. And then let's see what nice things we have here. Pet. Okay. Latin. Yes, indeed. Fits perfectly. Start shopping at Gear Shop. It's always a greedy shop. Let's do for bars first. Okay, deeper. It fits in here quite nicely. 15 true, turn it down a bit. And here we pack a little more. Side light for a little more movement. Time slots. So, pay attention.
Lauter.
Wonderful. So, and then we need another song melody around the whole thing to move forward. So now not the right lead, but maybe end sequencer. Sequence what is as a sequence. Also, sequencers are ready-made presets. You press a key and the sound is automatically already chopped up. Let's take a flex for example. And go to a favorites. And what beautiful things we have here. What do we have? Here. OH sounds nice. A bit deep. A bit high. One nice green here too. Yes, not so much. Nice, so. Now we can get started a bit. To arrange the whole thing. I would like to have my track built a bit slowly. So what do I know so the first 30-second intro. So, let's take the kick. She can play well. and 3 seconds starts approximately. Yes, app here beats 16. And then later, the rumble can do the slap. I'll take the shaker with me to sponge loop. In sequential, we'll play one later. The Tron effect that can play again. That we already want. Have a very small bit of arrangement. And then I would say yes, let's make 2 markers here. A timer cast add 1 say intro here. 1 end here. I don't know. Maybe pictures start here, but I'll think about it later. Here and there we can add a few more effects. FX1 I'll go into Omelus 4. He always has a little time with me, so then let's go. I've already chosen one that we amalgamate. Sounds like that. Nice and dark. So, then let's choose a nice note. To dark. Don't even come in anymore. This one was a bit bigger. So, let's start with the 20. I can see that it's going to be a relatively big track. Maybe not necessarily long, but one very big track. Let's put the effect in here. As always, the effects are a bit pink. Then we need a second effect. Let's give it a completely different preset. I have ghosted dark techno here now. Loops Atmo. Oh, and there can be a bit of play. Definitely sounds nice too. Let's put it on there. 21 FX2. Pink. I'll move it over a bit, that we have a little more overview. So then we need a little bit here. Killed. One bit of Eckelhuser. So, I'm still playing around on the ranch a bit. And if I notice another effect, let's pack it with Children 1. And techno is also building up a bit slowly. So now we can do a little bit here. I would say the shaker. Let's leave that for a bit. Start slower. Where do we have here? Pack 1 Fuji filter 1 down here. This one starts. Very deep. Do something like this here. Create automatic clip and let it build up slowly. I'm thinking about 8 bars. What do we have type of weighty? Oh, let's do even numbers. And then we start really slowly. Yes, then I'll make some space down here. And then you can, for example, leave the impacts up there. The throne effect. Then we have back here. Let me thread it in slowly. And say here too. Create automatic clip from bar 0 to bar 16. A little closer. And because it can slowly increase from O. Sounds like that. Well, I don't like it that much. So then we still have. What else can we automate? Because we can still automate the sequencer. Now let's see up here, then it can start a little later. Give me some automation here. So it also gets a fruity filter animation from me from below to create automatic clip. And it only starts at bar. That's exactly what begins at bar 9. Maybe I don't want to let it start from 0, then I stand up like a shaker. Point 35. And finally go up a small curve. Take a quick listen to what it sounds like so far. Yes, crazy some effects. Here and there. I don't really like this atmosphere here. Sounds nice though. That you can get to at least 200. Because. Give me a delay bottle ping pong effect on it. Then on the reverb we can also play around a bit. A little more size and a little less dry. An AM equalizer. Yes, a little bit maybe apart. Don't cut too much. Oh yes, better, much better. So then you can use the effects a little more. Attach differently. For example this one, can we push it back here? Let's get rid of that. Then maybe we can still have an install somewhere. How about here, for example? A bit of random here. Get rid of that too? That's how it sounds. I'll make it a little smaller. That you see it too? Let's listen to it mix a bit. So then we'll go to the shop later. Then we'll do a little prank here. And we're taking away this kick here. It comes back later in the picture ab. And do a very short kick here. So 3 short kicks in a row. Zoom in a little closer, 12, and then it goes straight back into the pictures. You can take all of these things with you. Sounds nice. We also take impact with us. But we won't do the build-up anymore today. Wonderful like that, but we still need a tiny little special feature. Namely, if you now let the sequence run through once. Completely good, but we need a very small special feature here. Namely, I would say, we move the sequencer to the top in the cut. 16 bar. And build a very small special feature here one. I would say app here. Make mechanics here. And make a very small change here in the sequence. Namely, the sequence sale only goes halfway. And then add another noodle. Then that should actually be pretty cool. Once in very briefly. Shaker fly is a bit loud, and the kickers are a bit louder. So then I would say, let's listen to the whole spectacle again and mix it a bit. The shaker slowly comes through. Wonderful, sounds nice. So I would leave them for now. Alright folks, that's it for today. Thanks for taking a look. We'll see you again in the next episode, in which we dismantle the image. Don't forget to turn it on. We'll see you again next time.